Hi friends, it's Brandon, and it's time to take a deep dive into the prophets. Today I'll be your navigator as you explore the topic of God's power. So first things first, there's a lot going on in this story. So let's just hit the high points. We've got a prophet, Elijah, who encounters a group of people under the leadership of a queen named Jezebel. Jezebel and her people have their own customs and traditions. Jezebel and her crew also have their own religious practices. One of their practices is to pray to a lot of different gods for their different needs. The short version is Jezebel's gods seemed to always be asleep, and the people had to pray to them to wake them up, or so they thought. Then Elijah comes on the scene, and Elijah's talking about a different God. He's talking about Yahweh, the God who never sleeps or slumbers. Elijah challenges Jezebel's prophets to a little competition. He says, "You pray to your gods for fire, and I'll pray to Yahweh. Whichever God responds, that's the real God." So Jezebel's prophets pray. No answer. They pray again. No answer. Elijah prays, and Yahweh sends down fire from the heavens, proving that Yahweh is the true God who's always awake, never sleeping. The problem is, Elijah isn't always the most noble prophet. Even though he has a good message, he simply wants people to know that Yahweh is with them at all times. If you keep reading, you'll read that Elijah ends up killing hundreds of people who believe differently than him. That just isn't okay. It's never okay. It doesn't show people that Yahweh is loving and caring and always with them. It might have made the Israelites believe, but he doesn't give the other prophets a chance to believe in Yahweh. He kills them off. Reality is, Elijah isn't the only one who gets it wrong sometimes. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we use our faith as an excuse to be hateful or violent to other people, and that's not okay. On the flip side, this story also invites us to consider the things in our lives that we make idols. Anything that we put our faith or our trust in above God, that can be an idol. Oftentimes, idols seem to offer us happiness and a good life, but they end up leaving us with an empty feeling. Let's turn our attention to this a little more now with a few questions. Can you think of examples of people today using their faith as a reason for hate and violence? Who or what do you turn to for hope and comfort? What does today's Bible story teach us about God? All right, let's dive in together and explore God's power.